Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 24th. You have this card. It says the energy is gaining momentum. You also have this card that says you and your loved ones are safe. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I have said the word momentum in this set of readings. So I would definitely say that's true. It seems to me like the energy is picking up, or the energy is definitely gaining momentum at this time, and things could be improving. By the way, if you hear any weird noises, they're repaving the road behind my house. So I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about it. So there you go. But you have the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. The Five of Cups can be regrets or sadness. There's definitely something about this week that could be bringing up regrets for people. Again, you're not the only one to get a message that's similar to this. Not everybody has had the Five of Cups, but people have had things, like the way that I would describe it is more like the feeling of missing out, or the feeling of like having missed out on something. And I don't think it's true, by the way. I actually think that we're in a time of second chances. You have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is kind of like getting a second chance at something. So even if you feel like you missed out on something, there might be a way to do what you wanted to do, but just in a different way, right? The whole point of the Five of Cups is that he has to turn around, be grateful for these two cups, and then he gets this bridge in this castle. The story of the card is that he's lost his taste for wine, and even if he was offered wine, he wouldn't accept it because he doesn't even want it anymore. But he is sad that he no longer enjoys his taste for wine because it once brought him a lot of joy. The Virgo eclipse that we just had, I think, is all about this. I think pretty much everyone in the collective has been asked to kind of like remove something that no longer serves them, even though maybe maybe a better way to put this before I keep stuttering is that we are being given the option to move on to something new, and something better, because something no longer serves us any longer. It's like it served its purpose, right? And so this could be a job, it could be a way that you work, it could be anything, really. I do feel it's work related for most of you, because you have the Ace of Pentacles here, and I would say that turning around and being grateful for those two cups, or kind of like doing something in a different way, is going to make you grateful, because you have the Nine of Cups right here. Nine of Cups can represent wish fulfillment, or, getting a wish. I always say that he's getting a wish because he is in perfect alignment with what he wants. He doesn't just get something. He is in the energy of having the thing. So with the trick with the Nine of Cups is that we have to act as if, and we have to adopt the energy of what we want before we can have it. An easy way to do this is to adopt the habits of what you want. So like if you want success with money, adopt good money habits. If you want success with health or love or anything else, adopt good habits and you'll get it faster. The other thing about the Nine of Cups that's kind of popping into my head for you here, Virgo, is that there's an alternative way to read the Nine of Cups, which is that he is a barkeep and he is deciding who to give these cups out to. So it's like he can present those cups to different people in his life. And I feel a lot of you, I think it's saying, really pay attention to who you are giving energy to in your life. The reason he's fulfilled is because, again, he decided, or does decide, to give energy to the right people, not the wrong people. And that's definitely something that I'm getting off of the card. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, of course, is work hard, play hard. I would definitely say that it's probably, we're getting closer to the time where we should be having more fun. I think the energy has been too serious for a very long time, especially since November. November is when we started this retrograde mess that we have been in. It's been nonstop retrograde since November. And so we're finally getting out of that energy, and I feel it's time for people to take care of themselves by doing things that they enjoy, like filling up your fun bucket, as I always say, is going to be a good thing for you with that Two of Pentacles energy. So I would do it. With the Five of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups, only card in the tarot with an eclipse on it. We have another eclipse on the 29th, so, eclipse season, this is just what happens. We, walk away from things that no longer serve us, and we walk towards things that are better for us. I always say that, it is a big challenge. The Eight of Cups is a challenging card, although I don't think it's a bad card, but he he doesn't know if he's going to find fulfillment or not. And the challenge is he is walking away from something that does provide him with something. If it's a job, he's walking away from a job that maybe does provide him with money and benefits, but maybe he's settling by staying in that job. And again, let me make it very clear for the people in the back, right? No, I'm not saying that if you have a job that you should just quit. Of course, you should go get a job first and then quit. So, again, do it in the right order. But the Eight of Cups is definitely about, kind of walking away from something that you're settling on. With the Nine of Cups, you have the King of Cups. You have very emotional time. I mean, it has been all of, the end of February into March. Very emotional. We have all this energy in Pisces, the two planets retrograding into Pisces, Venus and Mercury, right? So, I think emotions will be on fire. This could be good. It could be bad. It's like if you're feeding your positive emotions, then things will be good. If you're feeding into the negative, then things will be bad. The whole point of the King of Cups is that he has this fish over here. Some people read it as a whale, and I like to read that fish as a whale because he represents very deep emotions. Whales dive very deep, but they have to come up for air. It's very easy to get stuck in emotions or even negative emotions. I'm sure you all know someone who's just always negative and always in negative emotional state because it's addictive, right? And the King of Cups sometimes encourages us to come up for air and not just stay stuck in emotions. And again, there's nothing wrong with emotions. I have, again, I'm not a big fan of the New Age community because, a lot of New Age teachings are, say things like don't be angry and stuff like that. But I believe we have emotions for a reason. So it's not about not experiencing the emotion. It's about using it constructively. And I definitely feel that with the Nine of Cups because Nine of Cups, he is focusing on positive emotions so that he can attract something positive into his life, plain and simple. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Tower. Again, we're going to have a ton of global Tower moments between now and 2033. I've been saying this since 2016, that we are definitely in a time of global Tower moments. What I tell people to be careful of is just be careful of people who are saying the sky is falling, right? Be careful of people who are just always freaked out. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't worry about things. It doesn't mean that you can't do things to protect yourself from, things that are going on or anything like that. But it's not, panicking and running around like a chicken with your head cut off isn't going to help either, right? So the whole point of the Tower is it's about accepting reality for how it is. It's like reality is imperfect. That's why we're here on Earth. Our job is to make it better and, do what we can to improve this situation. So instead of worrying about everything going on, it's like, what can you actually do about it? And it might be very small, but, if everybody did a small thing, then the world would probably be a better place, right? And again, as spiritual people, I believe it is our job to get started. It is our job, especially right now, it is our job to be an inspiration, right? If you inspire someone else to do something small and then it creates that positive snowball, then that is you working with spirit. Next, you have this retirement card. This is coming up in the area of what's coming in for you. It says, working hard can be a thing of the past. Love it. You have this advocate card. It says, you will find so much fulfillment in working for a cause that you truly believe in. I kind of just said that. So again, doing things that you really believe in is going to be important. Eight of Cups and Five of Cups. The guys on those two cards, they don't believe in what they're walking away from, or what, in the case of the Five of Cups, he doesn't really believe in what he should walk away from. So I definitely feel it's time to work on that. I also believe we're in a time of efficiency. I said it in all the 2025 readings that the key word for 2025 and probably the next few years is efficiency. We shouldn't be thinking, how can I work hard on this project? We should be thinking, how can I be as efficient as possible? And again, this card says working hard can be a thing of the past. You have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. We have to be curious sometimes, I feel, with the Page of Swords. And if we follow our curiosity, usually he can lead us to, great answers, new beginnings, things that we actually want to work on. The list goes on and on there. So I would just be curious at this time. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles can be like a big opportunity or some sort of opportunity coming in for you. I'm pretty sure almost every single person this week has had the Ace of Pentacles, which is kind of crazy. I even mentioned it to one sign, I can't remember who. I was saying, it's kind of weird to me when we have a bunch of retrograde energy and we get aces. Because most people don't think of starting things during retrogrades, plain and simple. Now, I break the rules. I tell people, break the rules, start things if you want to, because, if something's meant for you, it's meant for you. It doesn't matter what is in retrograde. If you're meant to do something, it doesn't matter what's going on in the world. There are so many things that I've done during retrogrades and nothing happened. The computer that I used for like the first 8 years of this channel, I bought during a retrograde. It lasted like 8 years, which is incredible for a computer, right? And so, again, the rules are meant to be broken. And the other thing is, if you pay attention, you will be fine. I remember when I bought that computer, like I really did a lot of research before I bought it, right? And I really looked into it and all that other good stuff. So, it's like if you pay attention to things that you're starting and you really look at the details, you will be perfectly fine. So, don't worry if you get an opportunity and you're afraid to start. And like I've pretty much said that to everybody this week, because everybody has had the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is also something that needs to be nurtured into existence, and I think we're in an amazing time for nurturing energy. Like, the more you can care about what you're doing, the better. And guess what? If you don't care, that's fine, right? That should be a sign to you that what you're doing is probably not what you really want to be doing. So, I think that we can work with both sides of that energy. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. It's about heading towards improvements and, just creating improvements. So there could be a lot of improvements coming in for you. I think that, the other thing I wanted to say about the aces, because most people have had 2 aces, by the way, in their readings. And, since these 2 retrogrades are the last 2 that we're going to have until like August, maybe the universe is giving us a sign that we're clearing the crazy retrograde energy since November, and we can finally, get going. And so I'm wondering if you are just getting going here, Virgo. With the Page of Swords, you have the King of Swords. Yes, I think I said something to you about this before. It's almost like you're looking at yourself down here, but you're actually up here. I think you need to realize that you have much more skills than you realize. King of Swords, twice in your reading. You could be saying, like, let's say you want to work on a project or work on an opportunity. You could be saying, like, you don't have enough knowledge and wisdom, but really you do, is what the King of Swords is saying. So, I feel like you need to value what you know more. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. Again, another crazy thing that is happening in this set of readings is repeating cards. This almost never happens. There's only one sign that gets a lot of repeating cards, and that's Cancer. But this set of readings for this week has had so many repeating cards, it's crazy. And repeating cards are basically the universe saying, I meant what I said. It's like basically the universe is like, you're moving on. You're getting started on something new. So that kind of just solidifies that message. Here's your second ace right here. With the Six of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like a victory or a big success coming in for you. It's also like the sword of truth. And we go up to the Justice card and the King of Swords. King of Swords is law and order. Justice is justice or law and order. So there definitely could be some sort of truth coming out for you. I'm pretty sure that for like the last year, I've been saying to you, Virgo, that you could be doing things to connect with your truth more, meaning like who you are, who you want to be seen as, like how you want to appear to people seems to be a big theme for you as well, Virgo. And, kind of connecting to that on a deeper level, I feel, will really help you stand out more. And the reason I say stand out is because we have the sun and the star. The sun and the star is like fame and fortune. And it doesn't say that you're necessarily going to become famous, but it's very good if you are trying to stand out. We're all always trying to stand out. If you're looking for love, business, friendship, whatever, it's like you're doing things, hopefully, to stand out. And I feel a lot of you could be connecting to that by connecting to your truth. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this changes card and this transformation card. So both cards are saying you're going through changes. I don't know, everybody is. We're in a very heavy time, just in general. A lot of major planets changing signs this year, and over the next couple years, but mostly at the end of this year, Uranus, Neptune will officially move out of Pisces. Uranus will move out of Taurus. We just had Pluto move into Aquarius. So, whenever we have all these major planets that are kind of generational, change signs, especially Pluto, then of course we are going to change. You have the Judgment card, the Justice card, and the Sun. Judgment is about waking up to your true purpose. Now, these people are rising up out of these coffins, and the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life, and they are being asked to step into a new life. So a lot of you could be kind of like stepping into your new life or stepping into a new direction in your life, and I feel all that would be really good for you with the Judgment card. Anything new that you could be doing would be great. I feel it's a time of integration for Virgo. You're taking all your life lessons and probably channeling them into yourself in one way. It's almost like it's almost like you're a robot, right? I feel like over the years, you've just been scattered pieces, and it's like now all the pieces of the robot are coming together. And so that's how I feel for you. It's like you're building up your final form here, Virgo, in your life, and it's like you're becoming who you are really meant to be, right? You have the Justice card, a lot of Justice energy this week as well. So Justice is pretty simple. We just have to pay attention to cause and effect in life. And if we allow cause and effect to be our guide, then we'll have a great time. If we don't, then we'll have a bad time. So Justice says everything that you do, every single day, every single activity, doesn't matter for what. It's like, are you doing what is working or not? And the Justice card just simply asks us to do more of what works and less of what doesn't work, and that's it. So I know that's very simple, but it is that simple. Do more of what works, do less of what doesn't work, and you'll probably have a great time. You have the Sun, which is the best card in the deck, of course, and the Sun makes everything in the reading better, and so that's great. The Sun also says, like, the sun is shining on you, so I feel that there could be a lot of attention coming in for you at this time, and I would just soak up the sun here, Virgo. Get that attention. Do all the things you can do to get attention. I think things will go very well. With the Judgment card, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like feeling like you're not ready. He has a shoe and a boot on his foot here, on his feet. And the story of the Seven of Wands is that he had to rush out of his house to defend his position at the top of the hill, so he doesn't necessarily feel ready to do what he is doing. But there will never be a perfect moment for any of us to do anything, and the Seven of Wands really reminds us of that. It says there will never be a perfect moment to do anything, so you might as well just do it now. And I feel like that's what that card is saying. With the Justice card, you have the Emperor. Yeah, a ton of bossing up energy. We really are. I mean, there's no good way to say it. I think we're just in a time where the universe is asking everyone to accept responsibility and boss up in their life. So any changes that you want to make, the Emperor card says make those changes, boss up, be a boss. I think you absolutely can be a boss. You have the ability, Virgo. So bossing up is really what this card is talking about. With the Sun, you have the Ten of Cups. Love it. Amazing. Ten of Cups is ultimate happiness, joy, happiness. It's happy home, happy family. So with the Sun, it's kind of like extra happiness. A lot of you could just be feeling very happy in the near future. The Ten of Cups is also like fortune after difficulty. So like good things coming in after a difficult period of time. And we start with the Tower and we end with the Star, which is great. That is exactly what we want in a reading, is to go from the Tower to the Star, because that is the order that the cards go in the major arcana, Tower to Star, and the Star represents healing from a Tower moment. So I'm not even worried about the Tower in your reading. I just think that in the very near future, you will be healing from the Tower. Next, you have this Unrevealed Secrets card. It says, what is happening on the surface is not what you'll see if you dive deeper. You have the Future card. It says, you have perfect clarity in a situation. Trust your inner knowingness. Yeah, you can almost see the future now. Again, as these retrogrades clear up, I think, because, again, we've been in a confusing time since November. So, I think that people, as the month goes on and as we get into April, it's like people will feel more and more clear on what they're supposed to be doing in life. And, that is going to be really good. So I like that. The Unrevealed Secrets card, I think, is true for everyone. We are definitely in a time where if we're going to do something, we have to dive in head first. We have to really explore it. Page of Swords, Star card. Page of Swords is about being curious, following your curiosity, looking into things. Star is about cannonballing into the deep end, really exploring something. You can't just skim the surface of something that you're interested in with the Star. You have the King of Swords, the Star, and the Page of Wands. The King of Swords, like I said, I feel is saying that you have all the wisdom and knowledge necessary to be very successful. in whatever it is that you're working on or creating, but I think you have to use it, so I would make sure to use that knowledge and wisdom. By the way, if you are involved in something legal, this reading looks really good. I mean, justice, judgment, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, definitely could be some sort of legal victory if that's what you're dealing with, so I do like to see that. You have the Star card. The Star card is like hope, faith, and renewal. The Star card also represents healing from a tower moment, which I definitely feel you could be doing. Now, this right here is the pool of universal consciousness, and she's kind of like dipping her toe into the water here. And so this is coming up in the area of the good stuff, but, I do feel that this card is saying that you have to, really dive into the pool. You can't just dip your toes in the water. So if you are doing anything, like, especially if you're making a change based off of everything that's going on here, really commit 110% to whatever it is that you're doing and dive in head first. Like, you can't be like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? And so I do feel that energy on this card. It's like saying, make that full commitment. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about going on an adventure. Page of Wands really is about following your enthusiasm. The Page of Wands, he doesn't really do anything other than follow his enthusiasm, which I think would be a great thing for you to be doing right now. If something makes you excited or makes you feel enthusiastic, it could be like an idea, a new direction in your life, something you want to do with your life, then it would be a great time to do that. With the King of Swords, you have the Hangman here. With the Sun and the Star, the Hangman can represent enlightenment. The Hangman's head is glowing on the card. So the Hangman is about gaining enlightenment on anything that you're doing. And so I think that gaining enlightenment would be a really good idea with the Hangman. And, that's what I would pay attention to with this card. Is, any inspirational ideas, any enlightening ideas that you're having, those are going to be really good. With the Star, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is like a change in direction. Seven of Pentacles is looking at those 7 Pentacles and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, is it worth it for me to keep investing my time, effort, energy into these 7 Pentacles, or is there something different or better that I could be doing with my time? And, of course, I can't answer that question for you. So you have to look at your activities. Justice, right? Justice says, like, it is what you're working on producing a result? And if it is, great, keep doing it. If it's not producing a result, then it's time to do something else, plain and simple. With the Page of Wands, here you go. You have the Sun again, which is amazing, having the Sun twice. Definitely really good reading for getting a lot of attention. So, like I said, if you're trying to stand out, if you're trying to find success or trying to get attention for love or anything else, now is definitely a good time. You have this May card. I always clarify these monthly cards. You have the Success card. Like I said, things really get a lot better in May. So, whatever you're working on. Now I'm choking. Whatever you're working on, keep doing your work until May. Because, again, there will be a result by the time we get there. And again, I'm not saying you're not going to see results between now and then either. I think that, things don't happen overnight. So, you could be building up to success between now and then. You have the Shield card. It says you may need to defend yourself. Yeah, if you're dealing with any challenges or problems or anything like that, the Emperor, he does defend himself. So, and you have the Seven of Wands, which is a card of boundaries or putting up boundaries. So it could be a good time for that. You have this Door card. It says opportunities are waiting for you. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. I think there's opportunities are on the other side of you letting go of something that no longer serves you, is what I would say to you, Virgo. So letting go of things that are holding you back or, preventing your success, that's where the opportunities really are going to come from. You have this Feather. It says someone you know is undependable and insincere. I think we all need to be careful of people in general until like May when we clear the Mars retrograde shadow. Mars retrograde is like notorious for independable, insincere people. So I would just be careful of that. And finally, you have this bird flying. It says news is on the way. Kid you not, every single person has had a card of news coming in. So clearly we are just in a time where we all could be getting news on whatever it is we're waiting on news from. But this looks really good, Virgo. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.